Bienvenidos, bienvenidos a la clase de español. Bienvenidos a la clase de español. This is lesson number 5, full lesson number 5. And in this lesson, we will learn methods of transportation. We will talk about verbs that you use to talk about moving from one place to the other. We will use singular articles like el and la, and plural, los and las. You will learn some new vocabulary. We will have a quiz. We will complete sentences. We will read together. Methods of transportation. Métodos de transportación. You're going from one place to the other. You can go en bicicleta. En bicicleta. Or en metro. En metro. Some people would say en tren, on a train, en tren. En autobús, en autobús. A pie, you can walk. En auto, en auto. If you're going far enough, you may have to travel on a plane. En avión, en avión. Or en barco, en barco. You could use many verbs to talk about travel. Here you have a sample of 4 verbs. So you have the verb usar, to use, right? You can use a method of transportation. And so we have yo uso el metro. You can use the verb to come. How do you come to school? I come on a train or en bicicleta. Yo vengo, right? Yo vengo en bicicleta. The verb to go, ir, the verb to go. Yo voy a pie. I go by walking or I go on foot. Yo voy a pie. Or the verb viajar, to travel. Yo viajo en avión. Yo viajo en avión. And some vocabulary that you may use when you talk about getting to a place is temprano, temprano, tarde, tarde, juntos, juntos. We arrived juntos, or we go juntos. Con, con. So the popular verbs, most popular verbs, I'll give you 4 of them, is ir, to go, right? I go, you go, he goes, no, we go, and so on. So yo voy, really quickly, yo voy, tú vas, usted, él, ella va, nosotros vamos, and the plural, ellos van, right? Ellos van. You also have the verb venir, to come. I come on a bicycle. I come in car. Yo vengo. Yo vengo. Tú vienes. Usted, él, ella viene. Nosotros venimos. And the plural, ellos, ellas vienen. The verb to travel. Yo viajo. Tú viajas. Usted, él, ella viaja. Nosotros viajamos. En plural, ellos viajan. The verb usar, I use. I use a car. I use a train, etc. Yo uso, usar. Yo uso. Tú usas. Usted, él, ella usa. Nosotros usamos. Ustedes, ellos, ellas usan. Right? These are the most four popular verbs when you talk about traveling. Articles. You have el, singular, and la. They both mean the. Remember that I said before that I believe it was in lesson 2 that you have masculine words in Spanish and feminine words in Spanish. So if you are referring to a masculine word and you want to say the, like for example, uh, el, el director, right? The principal. El director, you would have to use el. Now, if it's a female and you want to say directora, it's a female, now you have to use la directora, right? So singular, the director, the directors. Let's continue. Let's look at some example of vocabulary. Let's develop some vocabulary. So, for example, el chico, right? Notice el chico ends in o, so it's a masculine word. We have to use the masculine form. The masculine form up here of el, right? If it was plural, it would be los. Los chicos, right? Plural, the boys. La chica, now is a feminine. Las chicas. El autobús. El autobús. El automóvil o el auto. La bicicleta. La bicicleta. And look at the plural form. If it's many, then you have to use las, and then you have to make the word plural. Las bicicletas. You make the word plural by adding an S at the end. Las bicicletas. Couple more vocabulary. La escuela, right? Singular. La escuela. La tienda. Here's a plural. Los supermercados. Los supermercados, right? La doctora, feminine. La doctora. El doctor, masculine. El doctor. El café. El café. Las, plural. Las computadoras. Las computadoras. La ciudad. La ciudad. Now, do you remember the methods of transportation? Do you remember? Can you now test yourself and remember what they were? Let's quickly go over the methods of transportation one more time. See if you remembered. Here you have en bicicleta, en bicicleta. You remember? Shout it out. En metro, en metro. Yo vengo en autobús. Yo vengo en autobús. Yo voy a pie. It's not a pie, by the way, not a pie. It's a pie, like two words. A pie. Yo voy en auto. Yo voy en auto. Yo voy en avión. Yo voy en avión. Yo voy en barco. En barco. And here again are the samples of the 4 verbs we've had before and some vocabulary which we've done before. Very good. Vamos a leer juntos. Okay, let's read together. Let's read together. Vamos a leer juntos. But first, let's look at some vocabulary that we're going to use in this reading example. We have estudiantes, estudiantes, muchos, muchos, temprano, temprano, algunos, algunos, llegar, llegar, ciudad, ciudad, hoy, hoy. We are going to read together. So read after me. I will take a pause after every couple of words to give you a chance to repeat after me. Los estudiantes de la escuela vienen de diferentes ciudades. Muchos vienen temprano. Algunos tarde. El autobús número 45 tuvo problemas hoy. Raúl llega temprano. Él no viene en autobús. Viene en auto. And then the person asks a question. ¿Y ustedes cómo vienen a la escuela? Answer. Nosotros venimos en metro. Y José y Carlos vienen a pie todos los días. Every day. Todos los días. Another question. Nadie viene en bicicleta? Does anybody come on bicycle? Nadie viene en bicicleta? Person answers. Mi amigo, my friend, mi amigo Fernando viene en bicicleta los viernes, jueves y viernes. Excuse me, los jueves y viernes. Here we have a lot of vocabulary that we dealt with before. You have numbers, you have days of the week, etc., etc. This is how we build our vocabulary. Now, let's test ourselves. Let's test ourselves with the verb, one verb, the verb venir. Here's an example of the verb venir on the top here, the conjugation. Let's see if we can use the conjugation, which are also here across on the top. So it's yo vengo, tú vienes, usted, él, ella viene, nosotros venimos, and the plural, ustedes, ellos vienen. Let's look at número 1. Nosotros, blank en metro. You should have, if you want to pause this video now, you can pause it and get the answers and then replay it. So número 1, we are testing ourselves now because we've done the verb venir before. So número 1, nosotros. Nosotros, you should have venimos en metro. 2, el autobús viene tarde. It's late. El autobús, singular, one autobús, viene. So it's like saying he or she or it in this case. Número 3, yo vengo temprano. 4, ella viene a pie. 5, ellos no vienen en auto. No vienen en auto. Número 6, ustedes vienen en bicicleta. Ustedes vienen en bicicleta. 7, tú no vienes en avión. Tú no vienes en avión. Does not come in an airplane, right? Doesn't get there in an airplane. 8, el profesor viene en auto. El profesor viene en auto. Now, let's fill in here also a couple of more exercises. Here you have the images. And you have 2 blanks. The first blank is for the verb venir, right? Include that verb here. And the second blank is for the method of transportation, all these here, right? Again, you can pause the video before I give you the answers. Número 1, Marta. What's the correct conjugation of the verb venir? Marta viene a la escuela en auto. 2, Carlos y José, plural, 2 people, remember, 2 people. Now you need the plural form. Which conjugation is the plural form? Do you remember? Carlos y José vienen a la escuela en autobús. En autobús. Número 3, yo, the first person now, yo, I, right? Yo vengo a la escuela en bicicleta. Yo vengo a la escuela en bicicleta. Número 4. Mis amigos vienen, plural, my friends. There are many friends. Look at the S's, mis and amigos. Vienen a la escuela a pie. Número 5. Silvia, one person, female. Silvia viene a la escuela en metro. Muy bien. Viene a la escuela en metro. Perfecto. Well, this is all for today. Thank you for joining me. Bienvenidos a la clase de español. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share. It is a pleasure being with you today. If you have any topics that you want me to address, to formulate a lesson on, I will be glad to do so. Please let me know. Write it in the comments. Adios. Adios.